Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gerald Lechner. My performer name is Jerry Vegas, and I'm here to talk to you about a common law enforcement practice that most of you will identify as entirely unjust. In 2017 and 2018, Las Vegas law enforcement seized over $50,000 of my property, even though I committed no crime. I owned a licensed costume catering company. Las Vegas police seized my inventory as well as cash, electronics, and more. I was deprived of my property for over 400 days and only got it back after great effort. Many items were missing or destroyed. The experience atrophied my spiritual and financial well-being. Growing up in a small village in Austria, population 200, it was always my dream to come to America, the country of unlimited opportunities. I wanted to be an entertainer, and I partially realized that dream in the Seattle, Washington area, where an international exchange program placed me with a wonderful host family, the Schimmels. Having lost my mom when I was only 12 and stuck with an amateur boxing father who used my younger brother and I as literal punching bags, I finally got to be part of a healthy family environment upon my exchange program placement. I pursued liberal arts studies at TCC and the UW and built my US status from student visa to work visa to green card and citizenship. My endeavors included building various businesses, always appreciative of opportunities. A couple of decades later, in 2012, I was ready to get out of the rain, and in the prime of my earning potential, decided to move to Las Vegas, the world's entertainment capital, to build the city's industry-leading selection of high-quality costume catering inventory. Despite going about my business diligently and lawfully, I was targeted by Vegas police as if I was a costume terrorist on the Las Vegas Strip. I literally feared for my safety and life after dozens of officers inflicted heinous damages onto me. I filed complaints with Internal Affairs and FBI, motions in court to hold these officers in contempt of court, and even contacted the governor and National Guard for help. All this and press releases to many news outlets were for naught, stonewalled everywhere. My activist efforts only caused more retaliation against me, such as the filing of an unwinnable court case against me and deeply disconcerting intimidation tactics, including sending terrorist cops to my domicile with the outlandish claim that I followed and stalked officers to their homes, planning to harm them. The founding fathers would be outraged with this common practice called civil asset forfeiture, where law enforcement confiscates your property and cash without you being convicted of any crime. Oftentimes, they take your property for their own benefit. All they have to claim is they suspect it relates to a crime. Even if you're innocent, getting your property back is difficult, and seized assets may go directly to the law enforcement agency's budget, creating perverse incentives for officers. There are two kinds of forfeiture where police take property by force. One is criminal asset forfeiture, where the burden of proof is necessary for law enforcement to keep property. Because of that, criminal asset forfeiture is more rare. In contrast, civil asset forfeiture bypasses the Fourth Amendment and the burden of proof and allows law enforcement to keep your property based on suspicion. No burden of proof or evidence is needed. This is why lots of innocent people like myself become victims of it. Civil asset forfeiture started to garner latent criticism as studies showed more property is stolen by law enforcement than by all burglaries across our nation. The total amount was $1.5 billion. That's $1,500 million in 2008. By 2014, that value amount ballooned to over $4.5 billion. Policing should be about public safety, not profit. Police should be out there to protect life, liberty, and property, not create profit from law-abiding citizens. I, Jerry Vegas, owned a lawful business, and my property was taken without due process. I was licensed by the state, county, city, and a separate license by Nevada Tax Authority. Yet my ability to conduct business, to earn my livelihood, was decimated by law enforcement. This has turned my life upside down. And in order to avoid homelessness, I had to liquidate many of my assets. I think this is un-American, unfair, and unacceptable. Common misconceptions include that civil asset forfeiture targets drugs. This is not true, as it is 10 times more likely to occur on the way to the Mexico border than away from it. Our cash and assets are being targeted. Let's all work together to create awareness and pushback on civil asset forfeiture. I hope you all agree. It's un-American, unfair, and unacceptable. My name is Gerald Lechner, and my performer name is Jerry Vegas.